Hi there, welcome to my virtual Salt and Soul studio. My name's Alexa and I will be guiding you through this 30-minute powered vinyasa today. So whenever you're ready, you can join me. We will get started in a sitting position and just go through a brief meditation before we get moving. So close those eyes. You can slowly rock side to side to ground down through those sit bones. Hands can be on the knees. They can be facing up to receive, down to ground, whatever your practice needs today. But just begin by settling in here, taking a few breaths, rolling your shoulders down and away from your ears, unclenching your jaw, and relaxing your eyebrows. We'll take a full breath in through the nose, filling up. Exhale through the mouth, sigh it out. One more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth, let it all go. Returning to the natural rhythm of your breath, sealing off your mouth. Maybe setting an intention for your practice, or just slowing down for a moment and being present with yourself, pushing any other thoughts off to the side for later. One more breath together here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You can blink those eyes open. We'll start off. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, drop that right arm to the mat. Left arm reaches over, stretching out that side body. One more full breath. Drop that left hand back to the mat. We'll reach over with the right, switching sides. Staying here for 3 full breaths. One more here. And then release. Drop that right arm to the mat. Inhale, bring both arms overhead. Exhale, we'll press into an extended child's pose. So let me just flip over here. But sending those knees wide, feet come to touch. Pressing those hands out to the top of your mat and sinking back into your hips. Letting your bottom rest on your heels. And forehead comes down to rest on your mat. You can have your elbows up or down off the mat here, whatever feels good. Breath 2. The last one here. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle over to the left side of your mat. Right ear is down on the mat. Left arm is reaching high. Option to stay here, or you can reach that left arm around like you're going to put it in your front right jean pocket for a bind here. And just settling in for 3 breaths. And then releasing that left arm back overhead if you were in a bind. We'll release the right arm back to center in a child's pose for 1 breath here. Next breath, inhale, reach up with the left. Thread it over to the right side. Your left ear is on your mat. You can keep that right arm reaching to the top or reach around for the bind on this side. One more breath here. And then coming back to center. You can roll all the way up into a tabletop position, stacking your knees under your hips. Hands come under the shoulders. We'll go through cat-cows here. So on your inhale, drop that belly, gaze goes high. You can shift your weight back. Exhale, arch your spine, press your hips forward, and look between your thighs. Inhale, drop that belly into your cow. Exhale, rounding that spine, press the mat away for a cat. We'll go through a few of these at your own pace, matching your breath with your movement here. Finding one more full round wherever you are. And then meeting back in a neutral spine, tabletop position. We'll tuck the toes if not already, and then press back into a pedal out the feet. You can come high on the toes and then try to press your heels down into the mat. Drive your chest back toward your thighs and distribute the weight through your fingertips and the ball of your hand, not just your palm and the wrist. Tippy toe walk, nice and slow to the top of your mat to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazes forward. Exhale, forward fold, knees bend, hands come down to the mat. And we'll roll all the way up into a standing position, nice and slow. Hands come out by the side for Tadasana, grounding down through all four corners of the feet. We'll start building some heat here, so we'll go through our sun salutations. You can take these as slowly as you need, but we will progressively get a little bit quicker. So on your inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Don't mind my short ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step your right foot, then the left back into a high plank. We'll shift forward 1 inch, lower down chaturanga. Flip your toes and rise up into an up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward and then the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, dive back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot, then the right back, high plank. Shift forward, lower down chaturanga. Flip your toes, up dog. Press back down dog. Step your left foot forward and then the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. This time we will sink back into a chair pose. Sitting back like you're sitting in a chair. Tuck that pelvis under. Draw your belly button in toward your spine. Nice adjustments. Elbows are hugging in toward your ears for one more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Take your vinyasa. You can always modify this by coming down to your knees, dropping down, pressing up into a cobra versus an up dog with your thighs still on the mat, and then coming back into a downward facing dog. Remembering this is your practice, taking whatever you need today. Step your right foot forward, rise up warrior one. So that back foot is flat but angled out about 45 degrees. Shifting your weight into that front knee that's bent. And arms are straight up overhead. One more breath here. Plant your hands, step it back, take a vinyasa, whatever version that is for you. And meet me in a down dog. Step your left foot forward, rise up, warrior one on this side. Remembering that back foot is angled out about 45 degrees or on a diagonal toward the corner. One more breath here. Plant those hands, step it back, take your flow. Taking as long as you need to meet me back in a downward facing dog. We'll try hopping forward to finish this sun sal out. So shifting your gaze forward between your hands, bend your knees, and then hop to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Sitting back for one more chair here. Tuck that pelvis under, scoop that pelvis forward. Squeeze your elbows in toward your ears for one more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back into a forward fold. Roll all the way back up into standing. Arms overhead. Down through heart center. And by your side for Tadasana. Nice job with that. Shake it out. Feel free to grab a drink. We will meet back in the same spot right at the top of the mat, or you can just join me in a second. Okay, welcome back. We will continue here. So at the top of our mat, rooting down through all four corners of the feet. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, maybe take a baby back bend here. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back into a high plank. Take your vinyasa. And meet me in your downward dog. Bring your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee. Take ankle circles in one direction. And then switch it for a few. Step your right foot forward. This time we'll rise up into a warrior two. So that back foot will be parallel to the short edge of your mat. Front foot is facing the front of the room. Tee up the arms and gazes over that front middle finger. Taking our third breath here. Inhale, flip your front hand up, drop your back hand to the thigh, and reach back for reverse warrior. Come back into your warrior two. We'll straighten that front leg here, and then drop your right hand down to the shin, the floor, a block. Left arm reaches high, gazes up toward that top thumb for triangle. One more breath here. Keep the legs straight and reverse your triangle. And then back into warrior two. We'll drop the right forearm to the right thigh, reaching high with the left arm into a side angle. You can stay here or drop your right hand down to the mat, holding here for one more breath. And then coming back into your warrior two. Cartwheel those hands, step it back, take your flow, meet me in a down dog. Repeating on the opposite side, bring that left leg high, bend the knee, ankle circles, and then the opposite direction. Step your left foot forward, rise up, warrior two, bending into that front knee. Breath two. Last one here. Stay for the exhale. Flip your front hand, reverse your warrior, and then back into warrior two. Straighten out that front leg, reach forward with the left, and then down to the shin or the thigh, wherever you can reach. Right arm reaches high, and we're looking up to that right thumb. It's normal if you have a little wobble here. One more breath. And then reverse your triangle, keeping those legs straight. Take your time. Back into warrior two, bending that front knee again. Drop your left forearm to the left thigh, reach up with the right. And again, you can stay here or drop that left hand down to the mat on the inside of the left foot. One more breath here. And then coming back into your warrior two, cartwheel those hands, step it back, and flow it through. Taking your time and meeting me in a downward dog. From your downward facing dog, bring your right leg high to the sky, tap your right knee to your right tricep, kick it back out. This time, tap your right knee over to the left tricep, twist it over, and kick it back out. Step your right foot forward, and we'll rise up into a crescent lunge. So that back foot is still facing forward. The heel is lifted here. You can stay here or join me. We'll drop that right arm, opening up into the back of the room. Tee out the arms and gazes over to the right side. Taking a twist. One more breath here if you're with me. And then scooping that right arm back to center. Arms come overhead. We will drop that back foot, so this back left foot, into a warrior one. So angling out about 45 degrees here. And then arms come overhead into warrior one. Interlace your hands behind your back here, and then fold forward, bringing your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee for humble warrior. One more breath here. Release the arms, come back into center for warrior one, and then we'll step that left foot forward to meet the right, stepping right into a chair pose. So feel that glute burn here. You can tuck your pelvis forward and under. Draw your belly button in toward your spine. Maybe you can sit a little deeper for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward fold. Nice job with that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back. High to low plank, chaturanga. Take your flow. Can always skip it and just meet me in a downward dog. One more full breath in your downward dog here. Bring your left leg high to the sky. Tap your left knee to left tricep. Kick it back out. This time, knee over to the right tricep, kick it back out. Step it forward, rise up, crescent lunge. That back right heel is lifted. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you join me, dropping that left arm to the back of the room, arms tee out, and gazes over to the left. One more breath here. Then coming back to center. We'll drop this time, this back foot, that right foot into a warrior one. Arms come back overhead. And then we'll interlace our hands behind the back. Fold forward. Left shoulder to the left knee on the inside. Humble warrior for one more breath. Rising back up to center, warrior one. Step that back right foot forward to meet the left and sink right back into a chair pose. You know what to do with that pelvis. Squeeze the glutes. One more breath here. Forward fold. Nice job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees to the mat. Toes come out long. We'll come to lay down on our bellies, taking a moment to slow down your breath here. Switch your gaze over to the opposite side. And we'll take a scorpion stretch here. So looking over to the right, we'll tee out the arms. Bend your right knee, and then cross it over behind you to the opposite side of your mat. One more breath here. And then coming back to center, release the leg. Switch your gaze. So now we're looking over to the left. Bend that left knee and cross it over to the right side. One more breath here. And then coming back to center, release the legs. We'll start off with a locust pose. So hands come down, palms are facing the ground. Chin comes to neutral. And then when you're ready, we'll extend the toes, the knees, and the thighs up off the mat. Lift your arms behind you, squeezing your triceps, trying to bring your pinkies to touch. And gaze is directly down under your face at your mat, holding here for 3, 2, 1. Lower everything back down. You can look whichever direction feels good. For the next one, chin comes back to neutral. We'll interlace the hands behind the back, zipping up the thighs to come into touch. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, lifting up. We'll keep that chin tucked, gaze is still down, sending energy out of the crown of your head. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. Look to the opposite side this time. And for our final back bend here, we will take a bow. So bending those knees, reaching behind for the feet, the ankles, whatever feels good. Gaze is forward, and then on your next breath, rising up, lifting your chest. Gaze is forward, keeping your thighs like they're squeezing to touch for 3, 2, 1, release. Windshield wiper those legs here, rocking side to side. And release your legs down to the mat. We'll flip over onto our backs and cool it down a bit here. You can bring those arms up overhead. Bring your right knee up. Open that hip out. And then bring your right foot to the inside of the left leg, taking a reclined tree here. And then crossing that right foot so it's over the left knee. You can reach for behind that left thigh, coming into a reclined figure 4. You can always use your right hand and pressing on that right knee to open up the hip even more here. One more breath. And then release that back down to the mat. Legs come out long. Inhale, arms reach up again. Bend that left knee up to your chest. Open it out to the side. And then bring your left foot to the inside of your right knee, taking a reclined tree. Last breath here. And then crossing that left foot over the right knee. Bend that right knee up and we'll reach behind that right leg. Option to use the left hand to open up that hip and knee even further here. And then releasing those legs back down to the mat. One more, we'll bend both knees up to the chest. Open your knees wide, reaching between your legs for the outsides of your feet. And taking a happy baby, so bending and extending the knees. You can rock side to side here. Maybe straightening out the legs and trying to bring them to center. Whatever final stretches feel good before we just kick out those legs and take up space on our mats for Shavasana, our final resting pose. Palms can be facing up. Let your ankles roll out to the side. Relax all the muscles in your face. And just take a few moments of stillness and silence. Slowly beginning to wiggle those fingers and toes. Rolling out the wrists. And then making your way back into a sitting position. We will take one final breath together here. You And bring your hands to a prayer position. We'll inhale through the nose, everything good, everything you're grateful for. Exhale anything negative, anything stressing you out, let it all go. The light in me sees and honors the same in you. We'll bow to seal our practice, bringing those hands to our third eye center. Namaste. Thanks so much for flowing with me today. Again, my name is Alexa. Please take a minute to subscribe to my channel here and stay tuned. I am posting Pilates, sculpt, and yoga videos. So thanks so much. Have a great day.